Hey ladies, let's talk some foundation. So first you want to find out what kind of skin tone you have. What are your undertones? Do you have a yellow or warm undertone, which means that you actually tan very easily in the sun? Or do you have a pink cool undertone, which means that you burn in the sun? Or are you neutral and you have like an olive complexion and you kind of do a little bit of both? So that's where I come in. If you look on the inside of your wrist, whenever you're out in natural light, do you have blue veins or do you have more of like green veins? You're actually going to determine what color best suits me. I'm actually going to start out with organza. So here's the bottle. I'm going to take everything out of the dropper and shake it up really well. That way there's no separation of the product. I'm just going to put a little drop on my chest. Right here, you can see that's organza. Organza is actually a pink undertone. Next, I'm going to go with velour, which is a yellow undertone. Take everything out of the dropper and shake it up. Now, whenever you're matching your foundation, you actually want to match to your chest. We were actually taught to kind of match it to our wrist. How many times do you go into a store and you put little foundation on your wrist or on your hand? Well, that's totally wrong. You don't match it to your neck, you don't match it to your jawline, your face, your wrist, anything like that. You want to match it to your chest because your face can actually turn a different color throughout the day. Do you have redness? What if you get hot? So if that happens, you're actually oxidizing. And what that means is you have oils in your skin. So I highly recommend using a primer first. And our primer is so silky smooth, it goes on. You just put one complete layer on and it evens out your skin tone. It fills in fine lines and wrinkles and it just feels so good. It is to die for. Okay, back to the foundation. Velour. Yellow undertone. We're going to put it right next to the organza. Then we're going to go a little bit darker. You can tell that there's two different colors here. Now we're going to go with taffeta. Clear everything out of the dropper. Shake it up really well. Taffeta is actually a neutral undertone, so that means that this is maybe for somebody that has an olive complexion. Now, one more for comparison. We're going to go with chiffon. This is clearly darker than my skin tone, but this is actually another pink undertone. I'm going to shake it up really well, and I'm going to put it right next to taffeta. So, you can clearly see the difference there. Now, with liquid foundation, I highly recommend the liquid foundation brush. This is specifically made for the liquid foundation. So since we're doing a canvas on my chest, I'm going to use this just to smooth out the colors. I'm going to dab into my skin. So with foundation, you want it to actually go into your skin tone, almost like it's transparent and there's no changing of colors. So as you can see, that's pretty transparent there. I'm going to wipe off my brush just to make sure get any excess off. And then I'm going to dab in the velour. Now you can actually see the color, so it's a little bit darker. And then we are going to go with taffeta. I'm going to dab this in, and you can see that it's really darker. Now we're going to go for chiffon, which is clearly going to be darker. We're going to dab that in. So, the 4 different colors, and 2 of them are the same skin tone. So, my color would actually be organza, and guess what? That's what I wear. So, that's how you color match. You match it to your chest, not your wrist, not your face, not your neck. Because you know why you don't do it to your neck? Here's a quiz. Anybody know? Well, it's because your neck is actually shadowed from your face. So you're not going to get all of the sun that you would unless you're tanning outside and say like you're tanning like this. But who really tans like that, right? Anyway, thanks for joining.